car and have, you know, hang out with me in the past know that this car was far from perfect to begin with. You can see all this damage, this Bondo, I mean, that's being uncovered by the hit, which I didn't even really know was here, but there was tons of Bondo in this area. This car has always had a hard life. You know, like I think before I got it, it had been someone's like drift toy for like a decade, and I bought it in 2008, and then I drifted it some more and drove it through canyons and, you know, just put this thing through the ringer. So yeah, this poor car has been through it all, but I'm almost in a way glad it happened to this car rather than a really nice car, because I probably would have actually cried. This car I was like, fuck, this, you know, this sucks. It's a major setback, but at least it wasn't a pristine car. But anyways, you can see that you've got some damage here, and maybe in the and I'd like to open up the door and show you guys what the B pillar is looking like. So you can see it's pretty twisted here. None of this stuff is like lining up. This part is tweaked in, this is pushed in. The rocker's in a good solid 2 or 3 inches, I'd say, down here. So, you know, luckily the roll bar doesn't seem like it's stressed too much, but we're gonna find out how bad it is when we take it out. You know, luckily, I'm actually glad I had the U.S. doors, because I don't know if you know, but like the U.S. doors, they have a crash beam that goes along the door here, and the Japanese doors don't. Those cars are lighter and inherently less safe. But in this case, I'm really glad I did, because, you know, I was just doing an open track day. I was not planning on doing any wheel-to-wheel stuff. But thankfully for, you know, our passenger Max, luckily there was some side impact protection here, because I don't have door bars coming from the roll bar. But yeah, if it weren't for that, he might have been hurt. So I'm really glad I just had stock doors. Well, another reason why I'm not so disappointed that this car got hit as opposed to like my hatchback. Like my other car is quite nice. Like I'd be really devastated if something bad happened to that car. But you know, this guy, like when I bought it, it's had all this frame damage. This entire radiator support is like shifted, and the whole frame is pushed to the left. And so my friend Keith and I spent a lot of time just trying to straighten this thing enough just to get the headlights to close and the hood to shut. Honestly, the chassis is kind of a piece of crap, but that's why I never felt bad about, you know, modifying it and just trying to see what I can learn about racing these cars in general. So in that sense, it's been a good test bed. But yeah, you know, it's getting a little old. Like even at Button Willow, when I was getting ready to go out that day, I couldn't get the headlight to close back down. Like I literally was like, you know, everyone else was like changing their tires and getting everything dialed in all nice, right? And then I'm out there with like a hammer just trying to like hit the sheet metal enough to close the headlights so I go out on track. I'm just, you know, it was fine when I was in college, but I'm getting kind of tired of it. So I guess we should kind of talk about the long-term plans, you know, for this car. But yeah, currently I found there's a really cool frame shop just down the street. And I'll be giving them a plug, I'm sure. So I'll show you guys what it's like to get the car, you know, have the frame pulled and all that stuff. But the plan for the short-term plan for this car is we just want to get the frame straightened out enough that I can keep racing with it. I want to go back to Button Willow. I'm hooked. That was my first time driving there, and I really want to try to get the car as quick as I can. And I think the idea is just to get this thing running well enough that I can keep racing it. And long term, I'd like to find a clean shell to do a proper track car build that, you know, I never was able to do in college. So I'm hoping we can make some like video content of that, and it should be a lot of fun. Great, man, this poor car. But yeah, I guess what we need to do now is I need to get as much of the interior removed for the frame shop so they can have a place where they can weld their attachments to the actual car and pull things back out to where it needs to be. So I already came here a previous weekend and I removed the rear seats, the rear seat belts, you know, other miscellaneous interior stuff I had. The big items for today is we got to remove the seat and the roll bar and the fire extinguisher, and then also the rear door panels. I want to give the guys as much like space as they need to try to pull things out. Once that's pulled out, we're going to get rid of this door. It's going to get thrown away. I'll keep these manual mirrors because apparently they're really sought after nowadays. And then our friend Ben Cientar has a red door for me that will be a straight reference point, so that when the guys are pulling the frame, we can put the stock door on there so they can know where the B pillar needs to be. And yeah, and then once they pull it out, we'll see how bad the quarter is, but I'm probably going to need to get a new quarter panel and a rocker panel But the first thing is we just want to see how far out it needs to come to see, you know, what parts really are needed and what parts can be pulled out by, you know, welding a stud and like just kind of knocking it out. So yeah, this is a first time experience for me. I've never been in an accident or crashed a car before, so gonna learn the hard way now. I got, I think I showed you, I got photos of weighing all this stuff too. So you can see how much weight is being pulled out of the car. Yeah, I gotta get a second bucket seat. This thing is so light. That should really help to save time too. It's gonna go up. Yeah. Bolts haven't been touched since college. It's been a while. Paint fabricating. Okay. Cool, they're gone. Yeah. It feels jammed in because of the accident. Oh man, dude, that was a tight fit. They really get these auto-powered bars fitting really close up to the ceiling and also to the edges, the sides of the car. Let's see if I can rotate this guy down here. Okay. It's dirty, but I think it's savable. It was pretty like creased in, but I think just this part popping up should be fine for a track car, I think. I think the next thing will be popping this door panel out, I think. One SR5 door panel. This car is a GTS originally, but it has an SR5 panel because it wouldn't, the GTS ones you have to cut a hole in them or it won't make space for that roll bar in the rear, so I put SR5 panels on here. Ooh, it's crinkled. All right, so part of the process is we're gonna remove the door, and then I've got a straight door coming from Ben Cientard that we'll put on there. So this way the frame guys can pull it out to where a non-crumpled door or a straight door should be. So they'll have like a reference point. So I'm just gonna take this door off. This car's not gonna have a door for a little while, and then once we get a new one on there, then that should help. Okay, just got the door off. We took a shortcut. We didn't take the fender off because this door is just getting tossed away and we just wanted to get it off the car quickly. One thing that I was surprised by was how freaking heavy this door is. I forgot. I put these doors on when I was a kid, but I cannot believe how heavy this thing is. I think we're going to put it on a scale, but this is really freaking heavy. So, yeah, let's bust out a scale and see how much this thing weighs. Okay, got the scale down. See how much this bad boy weighs. So this is complete door panel. You can have power locks. It's got the manual mirrors, like I said, which I think does save some weight. Everything's stock except for the power locks. And let's see what we're at. Oh fuck. 67 pounds, 9 ounces. God damn. Oh man. Alright. Cool. So yeah, I'm sure we could probably save some weight on this guy. At least removing the door panels, maybe getting some plexiglass instead of the actual glass. Alright, so we have just pulled the carpet away. We're just trying to get some space for the frame shop to be able to, you know, assess the damage, see what's bent, and just have a clear view of stuff.
I'm also cleaning up a whole bunch of crap that's been underneath the carpets from since before I even owned the car. So, yeah, lots of quarters and pens and things like that.